Hi everyone, this week on the Lore for All channel, we'll be making this crankbait with huge eyes and an aluminum lip. Despite its short length of 10 cm, this lure weighs in at 60 grams. Like always, we'll start off at a scroll saw to give the lure its rough shape. Next, I'll sand down to the lines with my spindle sander, but you could also accomplish this with some files. Because this lure is big enough, I feel safe to use my router table to round over all the edges. A safer option would be to use a carving knife or sandpaper. Here I'm marking the spot where the lip will insert into the body. The router table have pretty rough edges, so here I'm using sandpaper to get everything smooth. To seal the wood and to prevent tear out when drilling, I'll rub on a thin coat of superglue with a gloved finger. To balance the lure properly, I'll drill some holes that will be filled up with lead. For a crankbait, I like to put most of the lead in front of the first hook hanger and then a little at the back to make it sit more evenly. I like to overfill the lead holes and drill out excess until it floats the way I want to. Removing some lead is often easier than adding it. After the lure sinks or floats the way I want it to, I fill up the lead holes with superglue and sawdust. I add superglue and sawdust until it comes up above the lure's body, and then I file it flush. With all the sanding and filing, I might have damaged the coating that seals the wood, so I'll repair that with some more glue. The lip will be sitting in a slot, which I'll make by drilling most of the material out on the drill press and remove the rest with a Dremel. Here I'm drilling out the eye sockets for the 20mm eyes I'm using. If you'd like to purchase the same eyes, you can find the link in the description. The last step before painting is to drill the holes for the twist wire connections. For extra durability, I'll make sure the line tie goes through the lip. Before painting the lure, I like to glue in the lip with epoxy. For the base coat, I'll use normal white. Next, I'll give the lure a full coat of the Createx pearlized silver. As a base for the scales, I'll spray some black on the top and on the sides. After drying the lure with a heat gun, I'll wrap it in some mesh. I'll spray it again with the pearlized silver from Createx. To make some room for the fins, I'll spray some white and pearlized white mixed together on the belly and along the sides. I knew I wanted to use orange eyes, so I thought the purple would be a nice match for that, and I sprayed this on everything that we didn't paint white in the previous step. To match the orange eyes I want to use, I'll spray some orange accents on the belly. If you like the scales on the back, you can leave it as is, but I like to spray the entire back in black. With the same orange we used before and the help of the stencil, I'll spray on the base for the fins. To make the fins look realistic, we'll put the stencil back on. I will spray the top of the fin and the base with a thin line of black. To make the lure more visible in the water, I'll be spraying a little white dot on the head. To finish off the fins and this entire paint job, I'll be drawing on some lines on the fins with a normal pencil. The next step is gluing on the eyes. Make sure to not use too much glue because squeeze out is a pain to get off. When gluing in the twist wires, you will want to make sure to use enough glue to where it squeezes out a little bit because you do not want any water to get through the connection and seep into the lure. With all that done, this is the finished lure. I really like how the big bright eyes stand out from the dark body, which will be sure to attract some hungry pike. The action of the lure is pretty good, it dives down as expected, but the wobble is kind of tight, and I think this was caused by the lead we put at the tail end of the lure, but I'm sure it will catch fish nonetheless. And with all that said, thanks for watching.